Rochelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with you all today. Okay, so today is going to be a fun one. We are going to be crocheting and chatting, and I am going to be reacting to some of the yarn related, crochet related polls that I have posted on my YouTube community tab. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, I am going to be working on a project. And this project here, that's all tangled up at the moment, this is the Asymmetrical Mohair Shawl by Amanda Mannas. Now, I am not using mohair. This pattern is designed to be held double with mohair and fingering weight, but I am actually just using a fingering weight yarn. And so the yarn that I am using is my hand-dyed yarn, Queen's Yarn Boutique, in the colorway Serene. And this is on my Pop Life fingering base. As I mentioned, it is a fingering weight yarn with 490 yards per 100 grams. So it's a lot, and it is 100% superwash merino wool. So it is quite nice. And the hook that I am using is a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. And for whatever reason, for a lot of these crochet brands, the 4.5 millimeter crochet hook does not have a letter assigned to it. So I don't know what that's about. Also over here, I have all of the instructions and stuff like that. And so I'm going to be marking rows off every now and then on the side. Okay. And so I am making this shawl for Jackie of Crochet ADHD's channel. She is doing a Shawl-la-la-long, and it's really cool because basically she has found patterns on Ravelry that has 40 projects or less, and it was cool because I already was going to be making this shawl anyway, and so this was just a fun way to participate in her shawl make along. Now, you all may remember that I actually had planned on using two other colorways. I was going to use, let me go ahead and pull these out. I was going to use these two colorways. They are beautiful, but of course my eye was just drawn to this deep saturated colorway that's just full of pops of colors, and I'm still going to use these two together for something. I just got to figure out what it is, but my eye was drawn to the bright bold blue, so we'll see. I am going to come up with a project for these. Let me just stick these back. And if you're curious, these are by String to Stitches yarn. Beautiful colorways. It's amazing how she was able to get those pops of colors in there. All right, so let's see. Oh, and what I'm wearing, I am wearing the Haula cowl, and this is by Katy Petersen. I have made a dozen of these. I mean, at least 3, maybe 4 of these. I love it. What's so great about this cowl, just gonna take it off. So it has like a high-low design in it. So that's the back. And this is the front. And I love this because, you know, there are some days where it's really cold and you just want to be bundled up all the way around. And then there's other days where you don't want a whole lot on the back of your neck, just a little bit to keep the chill off. And then you want something more so in the front to keep your chest warm. So I love this pattern. I definitely recommend it. And like I said, I've made at least 4 of these. I love it. And the yarn that I use for this is Knit Picks Swish worsted in the colorway Jade. And I was looking through some of my old videos, and I think I made this like 2017, 2018, something like that. I've had it forever. So it is held up really, really well, and it just feels amazing. And of course, you all know I love worsted weight yarn. Okay, so let's get into these polls, y'all. I do have the questions written out, and I have the screenshots on my phone. All right, so the first question was, do you crochet? Because I wanted to know how many people were watching that, were crocheters, knitters, weavers, spinners, whatever. And so out of 52 votes, it was 96% yes, I crochet. 96% of y'all crochet who watch my channel. I mean, I know it was out of 52 votes, and there's way more people that watch more than that, but I don't know, I just thought that was so cool. And 4% said, no, I do not crochet. However, I want to learn how to crochet. And I had 0 people say, no, I do not crochet. I do not want to learn how to crochet. I had 0%. So I thought that was really, really cool that, like, there's a lot of crocheters out there watching my channel, and I just appreciate and support you all so much. I know that way, way back in the day, this channel was mainly a crochet channel, and then I learned how to loom knit, so I was doing that, and then I taught myself how to knit, and doing that. I've done a little bit of sewing every now and then, so it's really cool that I have so many crocheters that are following along on my channel. It's really cool. All right, y'all, moving on to the next one. The next question was, let's see, skip one. Okay, that's fine. The next one is, for crocheters, how would you rate your crochet skills? What is your crochet skill level? So this one was like all over the place. I had 60 votes for this one. 22% of you said you are beginner crocheters. 53% said that you all are intermediate crocheters. 20% said that you all are advanced crocheters. Excuse me. And 5% said not sure. I totally understand the not sure part, because I like to consider myself an intermediate to advanced crocheter simply because I've been crocheting for so long. But it seems like every time I get comfortable with crocheting, there's some new technique that comes out that I don't know. So I don't know how to mosaic crochet. I don't know how to do color work with crochet. I've never crocheted socks. I've never done Tunisian crochet. And so I've been crocheting for a very, very, very long time, but it just seems like there's always some new technique coming out. So I don't feel comfortable saying that I am like advanced, but in some things I am advanced to or intermediate to advanced. And I would love to know what you think is your crochet skill level. And so this question was posted around 3 or 4 months ago, but you can still go back and participate in the poll. All right, moving on to the next one. I love this one. So I asked, do you ever lose your crochet hooks in the sofa or the couch? This one is so funny to me. 71% of you out of 55 votes said, yes, of course I do. And 29% of you said, no, I have never lost a crochet hook in a sofa or a couch. Kudos to you, because I am always losing mine. In fact, one of the comments down here, she said that she loses her crochet hooks in bed. And I thought that was so funny. I don't crochet in bed a whole lot because I end up just falling asleep. It's something about the meditative motion of crochet that just gets me really relaxed. And I'm already in bed under the cover, so no, I don't crochet in bed a whole lot because I'm probably going to mess up my stitches just from being sleepy. But I just thought that was really funny that someone said that they lose their crochet hooks in bed. Yeah. Now, I will say, I have definitely lost crochet hooks in skeins of yarn. So I don't really have a lot. In fact, I don't have any of those skeins, but you know how like if you go by Karen, Red Heart, Loops and Threads, and the skeins are kind of long. Well, I was crocheting when I was very young, preteen age, and I stuck a lot of my crochet hooks into the middle of the skein just so I would have it later. Well, then I took a break with crocheting for a few years, and I came back and I was like, man, where are all my crochet hooks? I used to have a ton of crochet hooks. And then I started going through my skeins of yarn, my stash, and I was literally finding crochet hooks in the middle of the skein. And it's like I would try to bend the skein and it wouldn't bend because there was a crochet hook in it. So that was funny. I've definitely done that. Okay, next question. For crocheters, what are your preferred type of crochet hooks? So, 9% said wooden, 89% said metal, and 2% said plastic. So I thought this was really interesting. I figured metal was probably going to be the predominant one, like the aluminum crochet hooks and things like that. They're really popular. I've seen plastic crochet hooks, not really my favorite, but the wooden ones I thought was really interesting. If you all know of any wooden crochet hooks, let me know the brand because I would love to check that out. That seems kind of cool. Now I do have like the wooden bamboo handles on my metal crochet hooks, but not like a completely wooden crochet hook. That's kind of neat, and I think it would probably be really beautiful as well. As long as it doesn't catch on the yarn, I think it should be fine. All right, moving on. For crocheters, do you prefer inline hooks, tapered hooks, or hybrid hooks? So 22%, and there were 27 votes on this one, and the last one for the type of crochet hooks was 66 votes. So for this one, there was 27 votes. 22% said inline hooks, 41% said tapered hooks, and 37% said hybrid hooks. So what surprised me the most about this particular poll was that some people didn't know or had never heard of the fact that there are different types of crochet hooks. Like they didn't know that there was tapered, inline, hybrid, and I thought that was so interesting. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a completely separate video explaining the differences between each type of hook. I just thought that was really interesting because it's kind of like, do you hold your crochet hook like a knife, or do you hold it like a pencil? And I think perhaps there are people that don't know that there's a difference between the way you hold your crochet hook. So I found all of that to be really, really interesting. Myself, I prefer a tapered type of hook, but you know, each to his own, and I'm definitely going to do a separate video going more into the different types of crochet hooks. All right, y'all. Okay, so the next question is, what is your favorite crochet stitch? And so I had, let's see, 4 or 5 comments on this one. This one wasn't a poll, it was just a general question. And I got the linen stitch. And they said that I feel it gives the fabric a nice drape while resembling a knit stitch. So that's cool. A crochet stitch that resembles a knit stitch. That's kind of neat. Someone mentioned that they like the sedge stitch. S-E-D-G-E. Sedge stitch. I have never heard of that before. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Let me know if you all have crocheted with the sedge stitch. Let's see. Ooh, the moss stitch. I use it for everything. I'm trying to think if I've done a moss stitch. I feel like I've done a moss stitch before. It is very, very pretty. And I had 2 other people say the half double crochet. Yes, yes, yes. So my favorite crochet stitch is the half double crochet. I think it's perfect. It's right between like a single crochet and a double. You know, it's not as tall as a double, and it doesn't leave as many gaps and holes as a double, but it's not quite as tedious and small as a single crochet. I do like the single crochet stitch and the double crochet stitch, of course, but something about that half double crochet, like, I love it. I love it. It's just perfect for me. And you can still go back and answer this question on the community tab as well. Right. Okay. The next one is, what is your favorite crochet hook brand? This one I found to be very interesting. So out of 26 votes, 38% said Clover, 27% said Susan Bates, 19% said Boy Hooks, 15% said Tulip Hooks, and 0% said Furls. Okay? Furls hooks got a goose egg, y'all. A goose egg. I was really surprised by this. I know that a lot of people like Furls hooks, and yeah. So, if you want to go back and find this question on my community tab and weigh in yourself, maybe it'll skew the results a little bit, but I just thought that was interesting. 0% of the 26 people that participated like furl hooks. Now, for me personally, furl hooks have more of like an inline. I think that there's a line of furls hooks that have like a hybrid, but I prefer more of a hybrid hook. So furls aren't definitely for me. However, I do have a furls hook and it's beautiful and I just love to look at it. It's one of the Galaxy hooks. It's stunning. So I do understand why people like furls hooks, and I would love it. Not that this would ever happen, but I would love it if furls came out with a tapered hook line, and maybe they have one. If you know about it, let me know. Okay, so that is all of the poll questions. That was a lot of fun. I just enjoy reading those so much. All right, so let's just talk about a few announcements with my, yarn world and everything that I have going on. And of course, I think I'm going to move this over here. It's the weirdest thing. So when I am knitting, I prefer for my yarn bowl to be on the right side of me. But when I'm crocheting, I like for my bowl to be on the left of me. Let me know if any of y'all are like that. I don't know. I just am. So I'm going to put my yarn bowl over here. I don't know. Just like the direction that it spins is better for me. But I will say that it probably has a lot to do with like in terms of knitting or whether you're a continental or a thrower. And maybe with crocheting, like maybe the way you hold your crochet hook. I don't know. But that's just the way I am. So in terms of this year, usually every March, I do the Carolina Fiber Festival here in Raleigh, North Carolina. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it this year because my yarn husband fractured his knee. And I have just been busy taking care of him and just there's no way we're going to be able to make it to the festival this year. And he is my number one helper. He helps set up everything and take down everything. And so there's just no way. And everything just happened like so suddenly that, I really wasn't able to get like my booth feedback. However, I am going to be good for next year. So I'm really happy with, the way the Carolina Fiber Fest team works and their communications and all of that stuff. And I've been working with them for a few years now. And I just think that the coordinators and everybody involved, they do a really good job with that. And so I'm already set for next year. So, that's going to be good. It's just, it kind of sucks because the Carolina Fiber Fest is like one of my biggest sources of income and, revenue for the year in terms of my business. But you know what? I have learned in life that there is no burden that will ever be set before me that I can't bear. I really do feel that way. And, I think, when it comes to family, family comes before yarn. Family comes before knitting and crocheting and, you know, all of that. So I got to do what I got to do, right? And so, yeah, I won't be there this year, but I do encourage you all to go to the Carolina Fiber Fest in Raleigh if you all can make it. I think you will have a great time. They have a lot of amazing vendors out there. So definitely go check them out if you can. So this shawl has a 2-row repeat on it, and I have not memorized them yet because I have like 4 different whips going on right now. And so I'm bouncing from like knit project to crochet project, just bouncing back and forth. So I haven't taken the time to memorize this 2-row repeat, but this shawl is super simple, y'all. And I definitely think that you should like check it out for sure. And so just really getting back to this year, this year has not been the greatest year at all. It's just like so many unexpected things have been happening, and I am just trying to handle them with like as much grace as humanly possible. But you know what? It's gonna be okay. And I think for me, what I'm trying to do better with is just trying to take care of myself, because I feel like, you have to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people. And so I've been really trying to work on that. And last year I was thinking about my word of the year for 2023. And this was probably back in like November or December of last year. And so I determined that my word of the year was going to be patience. I consider myself a rather patient person in most things, but I have also learned that I can be more patient in other areas of my life. And I'm so glad that I set the goal to be more patient this year, because with everything that has happened so far, like, y'all, my patience has been tested for sure. And I'm so glad that coming into this year I already had the mindset that I was going to work on patience, and also I want to work on doing more things for myself and taking the time to do things for myself. Like right now, these nails, which are really pretty and purple, these are my natural nails, and they have grown out. And usually by now I would have gone to the nail salon, taken an hour and a half to myself, get my nails done, but I hadn't even done that. And so it's little things like that, just taking out an hour and a half to myself, just to do a little me time, a little self-care. So I want to do a better job with doing that. And so yeah, that's what I want to work on. Of course, I don't need to know all your business, but if you want to share in the comment section below, maybe what your word of the year is, or maybe just some personal goals that you have for yourself, or let me know in the comments, like, what do you do to have me time. You know, it could be anything. How do you unwind? How do you take time for yourself? I would love to know. And I think that it will help other people reading the comments as well. And so I wanted to share with you all some sock sets that I have in my shop. And so with these sock sets, you get a full skein of Kiss sock and then a smaller mini skein of the Reflection. And the sock set has 463 yards in it, and the mini skein has 92 yards in it. And so the mini skeins is 20 grams, and then the bigger skein is 100 grams. And both are 4-ply. So I will love for you all to check that out. So yeah, I have links in the description box below to all of my favorite crochet tools, also my favorite knitting tools, filming stuff and everything like that if you're curious. Also, definitely go check out my community tab. I ask a lot of fun questions in there. And if there's a community tab poll or question that's been 6 months ago, 3 months ago, feel free to answer it anyway. It's totally fine. I like to know what you all are thinking. And also, I have a lot of new subscribers, so thank you so much for jumping on board and subscribing. I really do appreciate that. And let me know what you all worked on while you watched. Did you do some spinning, weaving, knitting, crocheting? Let me know. What did you work on? So that would be really fun for me to know. And also, I will leave my Ko-Fi link below. Thank you all so much to those who have supported me through Ko-Fi. And just thank you so much for watching. And to continue watching, you can just simply click on one of the videos in the end screen. Until next time, bye.